Hi, my name is Joppe and I'm currently here in Amsterdam on a beautiful sunny day talking about how I would love to join the Master Science Mars. First of all, I'll talk a bit about myself and then I'll dive into an idea I had that maybe can lead to inspiration and imagination. So my big dreams, they started when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my parents would always take me to the beach where I went out scavenging for little shells and took all my treasures home to collect them and carefully map them. I would spend hours and hours fantasizing about the life under the water column, the things we couldn't see, and how everything correlated. And this early curiosity actually never left me. I developed myself as a quite broadly interested person in a lot of disciplines. I love to learn about the human dynamics. So what motivates people, how do people behave alongside each other, alongside nature, when are they most happy, when is their peak performance reached. Well, I could spend hours pondering about these kind of questions, and I figured this would be a nice direction to start off with. So I majored at University College Utrecht with a psychology and anthropology degree. And on the side I did a minor in entrepreneurship, which was one of the only subjects that allowed me to actually put things into practice. After immersing myself in human behavior and human dynamics, I'm excited now to be able to apply that in a different context, namely the one that I've always loved and still love, the ocean. It might seem like a big transition to some, but actually for me it feels like a very logical next step. In the last couple of months I took the plunge and decided to immerse myself fully in the ocean domain. So I started doing a lot of self-study, networking. I went to a workshop in Madeira where I met with deep sea engineers, scientists, specialists, and tried to find low-cost solutions for deep sea exploration. There I figured out that I'm indeed super excited to be able to contribute to this field and to make my career plan reality. And I think the study will really help me with that. Alright, I'll now try to show you how I think that thinking between disciplines can really contribute to the blue economy and have a lot of positive socioeconomic effects in my little business case that I figured out for this application. So then we proceed to my business case, which I call Deep Sea Innovation Lab. And pretty much what I was trying to do here is create a platform, an open source knowledge sharing platform where designers, engineers, biologists can meet and actually make the knowledge that's available, or like the knowledge that we obtain recently from the deep sea, that we can actually use it better. Because right now I feel like a lot of those findings and studies they're staying where, like with the biologists, are staying in Google Scholar and people are not actually using them so much. So what I try to do with the Deep Sea Innovation Lab is build bridges between the disciplines and use the deep sea as a teacher, because there's so much that we can learn from the species down there, and they've been around for millions of years. So it's a huge source of inspiration that I think can be more from. And this is what it's probably going to look like. So 4 sections: novel research, trending topics, database where the fish are being sort of gathered and where information is available and people can get inspired. And then a challenge section as well. Even for like schools, it would be super fun to go to this website and see a challenge and just let their fantasy run wild and be able to store all this information on this website and have sort of like a forum type in which people can discuss things and just get inspired by the new findings that they have. I think that would be an amazing opportunity in which we can actually use the deep sea better in a good way instead of an exploitation way. And here's why it matters. I think that engaging the public with a place so distant is probably one of the hardest challenges, and there's so much to learn from the deep sea that I think transcending boundaries and creating a platform like this can really, really help, especially in the blue economy. So that's my business case. Thank you for listening today, and hopefully we'll meet again in an interview or in real life. Well, see you.